Welcome to this video today. We're going to be looking at simple Forex trading techniques that work and how to blend them into a strategy to make long-term profits in the market. We're also going to look at two trading tips from a legendary trader, Mark Weinstein, which can make anyone's trading strategy more effective. And we're also going to look at trading strategies and techniques to avoid, which will basically cause you to lose. But I want to start first of all with the simplicity of Forex trading. Forex trading is very, very simple. And I just want to illustrate how simple it is with a short clip of Bruce Lee. Now, Bruce Lee here is talking about how he simplified the art of Kung Fu. It was very complicated before he came along. He simplified the art of fighting, and his method became the norm. There's a huge contrast with Forex trading here. So just take a quick look at this video clip and watch out for the quote, "step on the instep." And we'll be back in just a few moments to discuss it.
His proficiency in this style of Kung Fu, his study of philosophy has caused him to question. And now he begins to question why most martial artists, Chinese and otherwise, seem more concerned with preserving tradition than with looking more deeply into the matter to penetrate through to the ultimate truth of martial art. Moreover, Lee has begun to develop his own method of Kung Fu, which he describes as non-classical in nature and which takes as its core the principles of economy of motion, simplicity, and directness.
All right, for instance, you will read it in a book, in a magazine and everything, that when somebody grab you, you will first do this, and then this, and then thousands of steps before you do a single thing. Of course, these kind of magazine would teach you to be feared by your enemies and admired by your friends and everything. But in Kung Fu, it always involves a very fast motion. Like, for instance, a guy grabbing your hand. It's not the idea to do so many steps. Step him right on the instep. He'll let go. This is what we mean by simplicity. Same thing in striking and in everything. It has to be based on a very minimum motion so that everything would be directly expressed. One motion, and he's gone. Doing it gracefully, not to go, yelling and jumping all over him, but to do it. Excuse me.
Welcome back after that short clip of the fantastic Bruce Lee. And I think he sums up perfectly why simple is best. And he was the greatest Kung Fu fighter ever. But his trading techniques were very, very simple. And I was actually thinking about that clip when I was at a seminar the other day, run by a major London brokerage house. I went out of curiosity. It was teaching advanced trading strategies. And the first one up was Elliott Wave. And the guy they put out was a senior analyst. He was doing all these complicated techniques on the chart. There were lines everywhere, different rules for different setups, but of course it's all going backwards. But what I did notice was everyone was listening intently to what he had to say. And I was thinking, here's a guy teaching Elliott Wave, devised by Nelson Elliott, who claimed to have found the natural order of market movement. In fact, he claimed to have found the natural order of life, and yet he died in poverty, so it didn't work for him. But everyone was listening intently, and they either don't know that Elliott died poor, but it's one of those things where traders love mystical nonsense, and the perfect example is the natural order of the markets. There is no natural order of the markets, no hidden code, no secret. And of course, if you make it a bit complicated, that makes traders feel safe as well, flatters their ego. But of course, when they come to trade it in the market, they get a rude awakening and they lose their money. Simple is best. So how simple should your strategy be? Well, I would say you probably only need about 3 inputs to generate a trading signal. But the one thing you've got to keep in mind is your strategy should be flexible for maximum profit, because you need to adapt to the market and how it moves. And it's a bit like Kung Fu fighting, with Bruce Lee. He will throw kicks and punches in combinations, but they will be different at different times depending on how his opponent is moving. It's the same in Forex. Forex markets are in a constant state of flux. They're always moving. You actually have to adapt to what you see. So you have a very simple strategy, needs to be flexible as well. Now what I want to do is just bring in the two trading tips that I mentioned earlier in relation to this. And they're from a guy called Mark Weinstein, featured in the book Market Wizards. And he was interviewed by Jack Schwager. And this is a trader who never had a losing week. I mean, truly phenomenal performance. And he was actually saying that, in terms of Forex trading, you can learn from two animals. The first animal he picked out was the cheetah. And he was saying, you can learn a lot from the cheetah in the way that it stalks its prey. He made the point it's the fastest animal on the planet, but if it spots, let's say, a herd of antelope, it won't just go in and grab one. It'll sit back, it'll watch, it'll stalk, it'll observe, it'll find the weakest animal in the pack to further guarantee that it's going to get the kill. And Weinstein was saying that's what traders should keep in mind. You do not trade until you see a really high odds trade setup. You sit and you wait. Patience is the key to trading success. Most traders come in and try and force profits from the market. You can't do that. You need to wait for those really high odds setups. And this has been stressed by numerous traders. Jim Rogers actually said it as well. He said you've got to wait until it's as easy as picking up money in the corner. So you only want to focus on those high odds trades. You don't want to be trading a lot. Now going back to Bruce Lee, he didn't spend most of his time attacking his opponent. He spent most of his time outside of his opponent's range, and he would only ever come within range if he was certain he could land a kick or a punch. Now, in terms of the second animal that Weinstein put up in terms of trading success, it's the sparrow. He was saying that when he sat in his house and he looked out at the bird table, sparrows would come in very, very quickly, take a little bit of bread, off they'd go, and then they'd come back again. He was saying they go so quickly you can't shoot them. And in terms of Forex markets, you have to take bread off the table. And by this, I mean, most traders, do not take profits quickly enough. Once they get a profit, they get excited, they hold on to it for too long, or make the fatal mistake of either pyramiding up the trade or taking on extra trades because they're feeling confident. Now, I'm all for running profits, but there is a time to take profit as well. And Weinstein, what he would do in his trading strategies, have one first objective where he'd take in some profit immediately, then an objective further away. So he'd bank profit in very quickly to cushion himself in case the trade came back. Bill Lippershutz and other great traders made this point that what he liked to do is if a market moved to overbought, had a big move, he'd just take 50% of his trade in. If it runs on, great, he's still in. If it comes back and the signal dictates it, he will put the 50% back in. If he got hit on stop, he's cushioned. And Marty Shorts, another great trader, made this point. When you're on a winning streak, you're going to get a losing streak. And he said one of the hardest things to do for traders is to hang on to profits. So as soon as he was winning, he would become more cautious. And I think, you've got to run profits to make money in Forex trading, but you should also take, some money off the table when the time is right. And, in Forex trading, you need to basically keep your equity even, you need to keep your losses small, you need to keep your equity curve smooth. So taking profits, and being like the sparrow is not such a bad thing. You're getting that profit out fast before the market can take it. And in terms of, like if we looked at Bruce Lee, I mean, he was lightning quick. He would be in, land the punch, and then he'd be out of range as quickly as possible. Now, in terms of Forex trading, I think, I hope that what I've said, illustrates the point that simple is best. Traders want to overcomplicate trading. There's no question that the majority do. And I think, simple systems, they will work. What you've got to get used to in Forex trading is just dealing with uncertainty. A simple system will work. You can have more confidence in a simple system than a complicated one. And I think, in terms of Forex trading success, the key is dealing with your losing trades, keeping those losers small. Never be afraid of losing. You're going to get those losses, so just keep them small. And also, always make sure you get some profit in the bank to cushion your equity curve. And, longer term, you can make money. Now, I'm just going to finish off this video with a clip, which is, I think, great in terms of summing up what trading success is all about. It's actually Bruce Lee in his first major starring role in an American TV series. It's called Longstreet. He's teaching a guy who's blind to fight the local gangster. Yeah, I know it's improbable, but it is a TV program. But the wisdom in this clip is fantastic. It's got my favourite clip from Bruce Lee, the water quote, but also he has the quote about the art of dying. Now, in terms of dying as a trader, just substitute in the word losing. Understand this clip and you'll be able to trade successfully and trade without fear. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and have a good day.
Fight, huh?
Fighting is efficient in close quarter, but don't make a plan of fighting. That is a very good way to lose your teeth.
There's so much to remember.
If you try to remember, you will lose. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or creep or drip or crash. Be water, my friend.
Yeah. Why don't I just stand in front of Bolt and recite that to him? Maybe he'll faint or drown.
When is it?
Tomorrow.
You are not ready.
I know.
Like everyone else, you want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose. To accept defeat, to learn to die is to be liberated from it. So when tomorrow comes, you must free your ambitious mind and learn the art of dying. May it be well with you, Mike.